Hello, everybody. It's Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace. I've got my table camera. This is so exciting. StreamYard does let me do this, and every once in a while, I get it together where I can show you both my face and the table. I wanted you to see the table close up so that you could really see what I was doing. Let's see if I can get this light. I don't want to blind you or anything, but we need a little more light. Yes, that's better. Okay. I think I got it all set up. Say hello when you get here. Let me know that you're here. I'm going to just get myself ready as you guys are coming on. There's Anne. Hello, Anne in North Carolina. Welcome, welcome, my friend. I've got my little tool bag here. And I'm going to grab out, I'm going to need some squeegees, probably a detail tool or two, a paintbrush. I'm going to be getting out my tools and saying hello and greeting everybody. Hey, Deb Turner, thanks for coming. Hey, Debbie. There's Lori and Brad and Carrie. Hello, Denise Winton. I see you. All right, we're going to do a little painting with our paste tonight. And we're going to do Mistletoe Kisses. Let me grab this right here. We are going to do this right here. I'm going to try to use this design on this board. And we're going to talk about this board here because it is 50% off right now. This was a board that has not been available previously, but it's available now. It is a faux embroidery hoop. So it has little embroidery hoop details here on the top. If you can see that, it is double-sided. And it's got the white palette wood and a natural frame around it. It's really quite lovely. It does come with a sawtooth hanger. I'll just put that aside for now. And I'm going to paint this, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Hey, Gia, how are you? Hey, Janine and Marcia and Sandra, you guys. I'm so sorry. I have to sneeze. Oh, God bless us all. I'm so sorry. Woo, that was unexpected. Something got in my nose, made me sneeze. Hey, Janice. Hi, Nancy. I'm so sorry. You guys are just coming on with a big sneeze. That was not planned or intended, of course. Okay. I want to do this in really soft colors because we have this really pretty. I'm going to do the mistletoe, I think, on the top. And then I'm going to take out I'm not going to use the words cut daily 25 cents. I'm going to use the word mistletoe, and then kisses are free on here. And I want to use really soft greens and a brown and a red of sorts. I picked this pomegranate color. It's kind of like the current jam color to design it. But I feel like the white on the white palette wood is a little bit too bright. I think it's just too bright. I want a really soft look. So I grabbed my Dune paste, and I'm going to paint this with the Dune paste first. So it's going to be a couple of steps, but we can do it. I'm going to use a little tray here. I'm going to add some water to this. And then we're going to water down this paste just a little bit to get it to spread really easily. I'm going to try to paint this, do the best I can. I'm not going to tape anything off. I don't want to get paint on the frame. I just want to do the white part. And look see how it's very subtle, you guys, but it's going to make it really a softer look to this. See, and it's almost like a wash. It's not even like a full coverage, but it's just going to make it a little softer. So I think we can handle this. I'm going to start painting while you guys are coming on. Please say hello when you get here so I know that you're here. Tell me where you're coming in from. Hey, Lori Elliott. You guys, those of you who participated in the balloon pop this weekend, I've got most of those things out the door today. If you paid for your shipping, your invoice for your shipping, if it's taken care of, it went out the door. If you haven't seen that email yet for your shipping, check your junk mail folders or just private message me and we'll figure out how to get that to you. I'll make sure I have the right email address for you. All right, see, it's not a huge difference, but it's softer. And that's kind of what I was going for, to go with these really soft greens that I want to use for the mistletoe. So I'm just adding a little bit of water to a little bit of paste to water it down a bit to get that to really spread easily. right? You can handle this. This is easy breezy. So this board, it's called the Faux Embroidery Hoop. It was part of the Bloom kit that was available this past summer. And now Chocator has made it available as a standalone, and it's 50% off. So this is a Black Friday special. Okay, I have to tell you, I thought Black Friday was the day. Hey, Carmela. Hi, Betty in Troy, Illinois. Hi, Terry. How are you, my friend? Hey, Wendy. All right, guys. Kathy says it's raining in California. We are scheduled. I know it's voting day. I went to vote at noon today, and there was like nobody at our voting polls. Well, there were like, I don't know, like 5 people. I went to the pharmacy after that, and there was this huge line at the pharmacy, and I thought, shouldn't we all be in line at the polls? Anyway, I hope you remember to go out and vote today for your elections in your state. But anyway, I thought that Black Friday was a day, and now it has turned out to be a celebration the whole month of November. So many companies are offering specials, like even like I'm getting emails from Best Buy and all these companies that Black Friday seems to now be the whole month of November. Does anybody else, like, have you gotten any emails or special offers from companies that have to do with Black Friday? Because last time I checked, I thought Black Friday was supposed to be just a day after Thanksgiving, but it's been extended. So, hey, take the benefit of it. Chocator is offering this this double-sided faux embroidery hoop is now half off as a standalone. It used to be just part of the Bloom kit. So there you have it. Okay, see how that's just so much softer than it was? And I didn't paint it on. It's more like a wash. I'll hold it up closer here in a second so you can see it better. I want to make sure I've got all these edges well, and then I don't want to see a ton of streak marks with my paintbrush. I'm using the paintbrush that comes in the accessory kit, the accessory tool kit. Whoops, I hit my little frame there. Okay, I think it's in good shape. I could always sand it down a little even to give it like more of a distressed look, but that's what we got so far. I'll hold this up so you can see. Of course, it's still wet, but isn't that pretty? It's just really soft. We can still see the wood markings in there, the lines of the wood for the palette wood, but it's not so, see those lines? I love those lines. I don't want to lose them, but I wanted it to be a softer color. So I used Dune to just soften that up. We're going to dry that, and then we're going to move on. Jeannie, where did you buy? She said, I just bought a rug on a Black Friday sale. Jeannie, where did you buy it from? Do you mind me asking? What store was it? Was it like Target, Wayfair, Overstock.com, Amazon? I mean, it just sounds like all of the places are having these sales. Oh, Betty says that Walmart's having a different one every week. If I was smart, I would start my Christmas shopping. Has anybody started? Has anybody started? Good, Kathy. Good job voting, my friend. Good job. Good job. I love it. When I was leaving the courthouse today, where we have our voting polls, there were 3 young voters. They had to be close to 20, and I was like, I wanted to say something to them, but I didn't want to embarrass them. But I was like, go you! Yay! I love to see young voters getting out there and exercising their rights. Okay, this is the Chocator drying tool, you guys. It's a bit louder than my other one that I used. See the difference in this one's running now and you can hardly hear it. So I'm going to switch to the quiet one. Now, when I don't want, this one throws off heat enough to emboss. So when I don't want any heat, I'm going to use my Chocator one because that's not a heating tool. It's just a drying tool. But it's just so much quieter. Carmela did not realize how big the faux hoop is. Do you want me to measure it, Carmela? Let's measure it. I don't have to. The packaging said, hold on, it's a little more than 12 inches. Hi. I threw the packaging out. I like 12 and a half inches, I think, big. So Carmela, thanks for asking that question. Yeah, see that? There's the 12-inch ruler on there. And the middle part is 12 inches, and then you have the frame. So the white part, the middle part, that's the faux pallet wood, that is the 12 inches. I actually quite like that, you guys. It's really soft and pretty. Wendy, you're getting the Black Friday specials? I'm reading the comments now, girls. Hi, Diana. Oh, Jeannie got it off Wayfair. Wayfair has some good prices sometimes. I don't think to go on there and shop very often. Sorry for the scratchy noise. I don't think to go there, but I really, I don't know what to get my kids, you guys. And I keep telling them, Mama needs a list of what you want for Christmas, because I don't want to get them things they don't want. They're 15 and 17, so they are kind of particular now, even with the clothes that they wear. So I want to outfit their rooms. Like Jeannie, get them like a new little carpet for their room, but they're not going to want that. They're boys. But if they don't tell me what they want, they're getting like a new little decoration for the room or something. I would like to get Gannon a little lamp for his room. Betty got some underwear and socks for her grandkids. Oh, I have to get socks, you guys. Betty, she got it on the Walmart Black Friday sale. When is it? Like, this is what the thing, like, so Black Friday sale, Chocator is listing a new Black Friday sale every Monday, the month of November. And I think like, so the sale only lasts that week. So every week a new bunch of things is on sale. And this week, this is one of the items, and they're big sales, like 50 to 60% off. So this is 50% off right now as a standalone without the bloom kit. You love that Ranger tool, Carmela? I love it too. I sell this in the shop because I love it, because it's so quiet. It's so small. It's lightweight. I do. I love it too. I love it too, my friend. Howdy, Melissa. I see you. Hey, Shelly. How are you? Thanks for saying hello, everybody. So keep talking to me about the Christmas shopping. Okay, good. Lori says her thing should be here Monday. Okay, so the socks. So do you want to hear a funny story? I have to grab my wax. We're going to wax this a little bit before we put the transfers down on it. So a little bit of surface wax. You can use a brush. A lot of times I just use a white shop rag. Got to grab it from down below. I'm going to wax this up a little bit so that our brand new transfer, because it's adhesive, right? It's adhesive and it's very sticky, especially when it's brand new. When I put it down, I don't want it to pull off my paint, the painted, the paste that I just painted on there. So I'm going to do a little bit of waxing, just a little bit. We're going to just use my fingers in here as an applicator. I'm going to grab a little of this really soft wax and we're just going to rub it in here. And like I said, you can use a brush if you want. I've just kind of gotten used to doing it with a rag. I have all the wax brushes. They just are really a pain to clean. So I like to use this disposable paper towel. That way I don't have to clean my brush afterwards. Wax is kind of a pain to clean off of a brush. So what I like to do is I like to spread it on there, get it covered. And sometimes if you can't see, a good thing to do is hold it up in the light. Then you can see, you'll be able to see the markings of where I rubbed it. Then once you've got it all covered, I go to a clean part of the rag. And now I'm just going to, in little circles or big circles, I'm going to wipe off the excess. And this happens to be a circle, so circles make sense on here. You don't have to do circles. You could go back and forth just in one line. But, your wax, the more you wax something, the more sheen it's going to be, the more shiny. So I wipe with a little bit of pressure to get the excess off, and then I come back with just very light pressure to kind of buff it. Now I'm going to come to it because I have wax on there now. I'm going to fold this until I get to a clean spot, and I'm going to do it one more time real light. All I wanted here was a softer background. And I like distressed. I may even end up distressing this a little further when we're done, but you can see it's starting to take a shine. See that little bit of sheen? The more you buff it, the shinier it's going to get. If you don't like shiny, don't belabor this part of it. Okay, done. Easy breezy lemon squeezy. So I got to tell you about the socks. My family, because I lived with the 3 boys, you guys. Melissa said, I did a little shopping at Disney, went for wine and dine, 10K walk. Melissa, that sounds like so much fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Good for you. Did you go with friends, family? Who did you go with? Catherine likes the split screen. Who else likes it? So it's funny because this system lets me, like, I don't like that. I think it's too small. I like that better. But it's funny because we could do this. Can I switch that? Can I make this bigger? It's interesting because I can make all sorts of adjustments. Let's do this one. How do I do this? Wait, what if I do this? No, we don't like that. I think this is the best one. I don't mean to be making you dizzy, but it's kind of fun to see the different options. But Catherine, if anybody else likes the split screen, I do like to hear from you because it helps me to know, what works for you guys. What do you like? What don't you like? Okay. Mistletoe kisses are free. So I want to put this one, I think, up here. I'm thinking about adding some foils maybe to this project. But I think this here, so I'm going to do a little brown on the stem and then use the red on the ribbon and the berries and then do the rest of it green, of course. Then I want the mistletoe. So I do like to cut my pieces apart when it's something like this where there's several parts to it. I do like to cut them apart and just do a quick, I don't even care if they're perfectly straight. I'm just trying to see how is this all going to fit on here. I'm not going to use the words cut daily. I want to put mistletoe kisses are free, like that, as I think what I want. Then I think I'm going to foil the word free, I think. And the foil that I picked is what color? Hold on, where did it go? It's gold. The foil that I picked is gold. So I might do something else in gold. And I don't know. I pulled out some glitter. This is the same glitter I used on the card yesterday, you guys. Do you want to see the card now that it's dry? Look at how cute. I'm going to try to hold it up really close so you can see it. I've got stickles all around on Santa. So he's got a little bit of shiny spots. And then I added the glitter, the same glitter, which is kind of chunky. It's not very fine, but I put it around the edges so it would look like glistening, kind of wet snow. I don't know if you can see any of this glistening. It's kind of hard from this camera angle, but the card turned out great. I'm thrilled with it. I'm not even going to try to get it in there right now. I'm going to put it aside. So I pulled this out because I just love the color of the gold on this glitter, and I have gold foil. I also pulled out some molds because I don't know, it might be good to put a mold here. Not sure. Not quite sure yet. We're just going to go with it. We're going to try. So the first thing we'll do is the mistletoe. So let's put these aside because we're going to have to do it and do a little drying. I think I'm going to drop it down just a tad lower. This little hardware here, that's the hardware for the faux embroidery hoop. It would be easier if you could. Yeah, there, now you can see it. That bit of hardware, it's just fake hardware for the embroidery hoop. It is a really good gauge for the center, to keep you centered. Or the other thing you can do is put your board, your surface down on your table using, for example, this line as your center point. So this is like the 13th inch. I could use that as my center point to keep myself centered and do the same thing on the sides. So if you're ever wondering, like, am I really centered? This is a Chalk Couture table cover, like a, what's it called? Craft mat. And it's great for using these inch marks on it, the ruler marks, to keep yourself straight. You finally ordered a bunch of colors and stickles. You're going to love them, Tammy. Oh, thanks, Lori. She said the card turned out fabulous. Kathy likes the 2 screens better, too. You like this one being the best. Yay, me too. I like it, too, because you can see me and you can see the project. It's just really comfortable for me to do it this way as well. Thank you, Marsha. I'm so glad. Betty likes it too. Good. Oh, you're shopping chocolate while you're watching? You're loving the split screen. Good, Denise. So you guys, in the description of this video, I did give you, and let me see if I can put it in the comments here. I did give you, here is a reverse shopping cart link. Wow, this is so handy that I can do this for you right here. Reverse shopping cart. So the reverse shopping cart link has in it, it should just be coming out to everybody. It has in it the transfer, the board. I think one of the small tools so that you can get the small parts in the transfer with different colors, and I think it's a small squeegee that I put in it. So what the reverse cart is I do all the shopping for the main things that I've used tonight. Oh, and instead of giving you full pots of paste in the shopping cart, I gave you a palette pack that would give you this really soft look that I'm going for. So anyway, everything is already in the cart. So when you click on that link, the cart is full. You don't have to go trying to find all this stuff. But if you want to take anything out of the cart or add anything in, you can certainly make changes before you check out. It just makes it really fast. So there, I just gave that to you. Thanks, Kathy. She said, I love your card. I always make Christmas cards. Well, good for you. Good for you. Okay, this one's going to be probably the most challenging because we got the brown for the hand. I was going to say the handle, the twig, the, what do you call it? Stem? I can't think of my words. Red for the bow, red for the berries, and green. So brown, red, and green. I need to... That was my bottle of water. It just went over the edge. Just went over the edge of my, my table. So good thing I have a few of them here. Okay. We got brown, we got green, and I want red. I pulled 2 greens, but I think I'm going to use that one that I have out. This one needs a good mix. So let me grab a stirring stick to mix this guy up with. Gannon is, oh, the socks. I meant to tell you about the socks. We have a sock war in our house. And the boys, Gannon always wears Chris's socks. So Chris never really has socks because Gannon just keeps taking socks. And the boys, my children, the 15 and 17-year-old, are notorious for, so I wash the clothes and then I usually put them in a basket and I put them in front of the TV, and the boys are in charge of folding and then bringing their stuff down to their room. It sounds easy, right? Except what usually happens is, or what's been happening a lot lately, is they don't fold, they don't pair up their socks. They just leave them on the bottom of the basket. They fold everything else and they separate it into 2 baskets, one for Landon's room and one for Gannon's room. They take their stuff down. We don't see that basket for weeks, and all of the socks are kept as prisoner underneath everything else, and they never, anytime they need socks, they just grab from that basket. Meanwhile, my husband's socks are in the basement in the boys' rooms. So they're constantly fighting for socks. You're wearing my socks, because the 3 of them are wearing just like men's socks, you know. So I told them for Christmas, I'm going to like color code. I have to do something because I got to figure out whose socks are whose. It's driving me bananas as much as it is them. Thanks for spreading the love and blessings, Edith. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you for the help. Okay. This squeegee, this tool, I think it's called the detail tool, has the smallest squeegee. If I hold it right above the board, that will help. This one is the multi-tool. It's twice as big. Then we have the mini squeegee is the next one that I'm going to use. And you can see it's twice as big as that. So from biggest to smallest, this is really helpful when you want to do multiple colors. And when you just need, I just need the tiniest bit of brown, right? I'm not going to even take this brown all the way through the whole thing. Because I don't need to be that detailed about it. I just want to get it down into where the leaves start, like that. That's all the brown that I need. So in fact, I can take this and give it a quick wipe with that rag so that I can use it for the berries now. So now I'll take the green and I'll use the green on the leaves, and there's more leaves, so I can be a little more free with my hand here. You can use your finger for this, you guys. You can also use the scraper, the what do you call it? The mixing tools, the little mixers. They're really good for getting paste into tiny little spots like this. So everything that I'm leaving white, I'm going to have to do in the berry color. But see, if you just can't get in there, just spread it with your finger. That's totally achievable and doable. If you don't want your fingers to get dirty, then stick to your tools. All right, this is all going to be green all the way to the ends. This is all green. Uh-oh, I don't want my my ribbon is going to be red. So I don't want to get any green in there if possible. So now here, this is the ribbon. And I picked, it's not quite red. It's more of like a cranberry color. I don't get super worked up if I get a little bit of green in the red, you know, but if you wanted to be really, really careful about that and more perfect than I care to be, what I would suggest is you do one color, pull the transfer up, clean it, and then put it back down and do the other colors. That's completely doable. It takes a little longer. And of course, you know, for doing a live demo, I don't want to keep you guys here all darn night. Somebody's singing. I can hear one of my boys singing in the living room. Okay, there we go. Oh, I missed. This is supposed to be bow right there, part of the bow. Okie dokie schmokey. I think that's done for now. Oh, so pretty, you guys. Isn't that pretty? I love the colors together. I'm going to hold it up and show it to you a little closer, but let me get this set aside so I can clean it later. And I should probably make sure I don't have any wet paste on my fingers, but right, that turned out pretty darn good. I promise you, no one's going to be staring at, you know, where your berry stops and starts. I think I have a little bit of green on one of the berries right there. But if I hadn't pointed it out from afar, I don't think anybody's going to notice that. Right? I don't think anybody's going to notice that or care. But someone told me he'd love to have a new pair of socks for each day. He just likes the feel of them. Oh my gosh, Maureen, that's funny. We have that issue with 3 boys in our house. I buy them each their own brand to help me keep track. I have to do the same for all of us girls as well. It's, oh my gosh, the sock thing, I never would have dreamed. I don't remember this being an issue in my house. And I had 12 brothers and sisters. I don't remember fighting over socks. Hey, Judith, hello. Yeah, you know, where I live, the shopping options are very limited. So, you know, if I go back 4 months later and buy another pack of socks, I may not be able to find the same exact socks again, same exact color or even the brand. So, you know, I tried to get my husband a certain couple of brands, but they don't even honor that with each other. If there's a clean pair, it's like fair game. Like anybody can grab them. I'm not wearing the socks, and none of them wear my socks. So I'm out of this loop. But holy buckets, the sock thing. Thanks, Lori. Lori says so pretty. Isn't that pretty? We got to let it dry before we do the next thing. So you can, the way I test, I never rub back and forth. I usually take my clean finger and just lightly touch. And if I can feel the dampness or if I see paste, then I know I need to dry it a little bit more. And you want to make sure it's dry before you move on. Now, I just waxed this, so I don't want to add heat. You notice I'm not using this guy. This will heat up the wax and it will melt it. I don't want that. I want to use the Chocolate drying tool because the heat, it has almost no heat. It has a little bit of heat, but it's not much to worry about. And I keep it moving so that it doesn't settle in one place and do any damage, of course. Okay, I think we're ready to go for the next part. And the next part is mistletoe. I think, you guys, off screen, because I can't get this in screen, I'm just going to fuzz that on my jeans real quick. Yes, Sarah, this is the embroidery hoop that is 50% off right now. It was part of the balloon kit, but now they're selling it just by itself as a Black Friday special. We were just talking about Black Friday being this week. It was last week too. Yes, so this is the one that you can grab. I am not going to use the words cut daily. I just want the word mistletoe. And then once I get that on there underneath, I'm going to put Mistletoe Kisses are free. Now, oh, girls, I really am struggling to decide what color to do the words. What color should I do these words? I was thinking brown, but that might be too drab. Now I'm thinking red. Now I'm thinking red. This pomegranate color, this really beautiful color. But if I do that, then I was going to foil this gold. The kisses should be red, right? Mistletoe Kisses are, I could do these in green, these little sidelines, because I like them. They're kind of a nice little detail. What color would you do? Or should I do the green? Green, brown, or red for the words? Help me decide. Joanne, I haven't seen it. You sent a question to the website. I will go look when I'm done here. I have not seen it, my friend, but I will go look. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? I'm checking comments. Kisses in red, free in gold, mistletoe in gold. Oh, I think mistletoe in red. Janice is saying do it in green. It's so hard. They're all beautiful colors. That's the thing. All right. I really do feel like mistletoe should be in green. I want to check, or excuse me, in red. I want to check how straight I am. So I'm going to put this straight on here, and I'm just going to check. Well, it would be better to check this way, right? If I check this line with the edge of my transfer, then I'm checking for how straight it is on the board. It's pretty darn straight. I'm like a smidgen off, but that's okay. This is rounded, which I really like because it's kind of the same shape as our round board. This is pomegranate. It's very much like currant jam. You would do, Kathy says, I would do the mistletoe in green and the kisses are free in red. You guys, it's so hard. It's so hard to decide. Oh, Catherine, I looked it up beforehand. I looked up images of mistletoe and Google says it's green with red berries. I wonder if there are different, what do they call it? Like species or variants of it, I wonder. Catherine, I'm not sure. I have never seen in my life white mistletoe, real mistletoe. Mistletoe that I always see that they sell in the stores and stuff is green, even the fresh stuff. So I wonder if it's just a different variant of it. I don't know. I don't know. I am not a botanist. I will tell you that much. I'm just girl trying to make a pretty sign here. I think I'm going to go red here. My boys are talking very loudly. I can't even think straight. I think I'm going to do red. Let me grab. I know you guys are telling me green. Yikes. It's so hard. At some point, you're going to make a decision. And you know what? There are no bad decisions. It's just whatever you feel like. Hi, buddy.
Good night.
You want to say hello to everybody?
No.
I got two screens going. You want to see? This is my OBS. Look at my how it's showing. Huh?
Looks just wonderful.
Do you like it?
No.
You don't? He doesn't like it, girls. Oh, I'm glad you're honest with me, Gannon. That means more to me than anything. Can I have a hug tonight?
Yeah.
Please come around and give your muggle a huggle. I love you. Good night. God bless you. Say some prayers, child. Give it to God and then go to sleep. Don't be banging on my door, Jim. Oh, that's my 15-year-old. All right, here we go. So pretty. I love this color. Love it. Okay. This is wet and dirty, right? It needs to get cleaned. I will bring this to my laundry room when I'm all done. Probably won't even happen till tomorrow because I'll be too tired. I'll let this sit here overnight, and then tomorrow I'll bring it to my laundry room. And if you struggle with cleaning your transfers, go into the VIP Craft Club. Link is in the description of this video. Go into the VIP Craft Club, and I have some videos on how to clean easily, how to clean your transfers. Okay. I did not want the words cut daily. I don't know why. I just didn't want them. So I didn't put them on there. That's the nice thing about this. You get to decide. Now, see here and here, it needs something, right? I'm thinking a mold. I think I might use a clay mold and put it on there to fancy it up a little bit. But let's get the Kisses Are Free and see what it looks like on before we decide. Gosh, that's pretty. Real mistletoe berries are white, Joanne says. Grew all over in my trees in Texas. Oh my gosh, really? Joanne, I've never been to Texas. Someday I want to go. Someday. Robin says, in Oklahoma, they have white berries on mistletoe. Girls, do me a favor in the VIP Craft Club. Will you please share me a picture of that? I want to see. it. You guys are fun to say hi to Gammon. He just went to bed, Miss Lori. Where is Anada, Catherine? Catherine says in Anada, it's white. I don't know where Anada is. I don't know. Share with us. Where in the country are you? Let's see. Yes, if you are ordering, please make sure that I'm listed as your designer. My picture should be on the top of the screen, hopefully. It should be on the top of the screen. You should see my little picture. And when you check out, it will say your designer is this person. Do you want to change it? Oh, in Canada. Interesting. Very cool. Janice did post this in the VIP Craft Club recently. She said she was doing her shopping and she had to re-add me as designer, even though she's been a long time, VIP customer here. She had to re-add me. So please, you guys, when you're placing your orders, please make sure to check that I'm listed. I would really appreciate that. Robin's shared something, but I don't know what that is. It's just showing as a big long link. Maybe it's a photo. Oh goodness, Denise, does it list somebody you know, or is it just empty, like not have anybody? Hey Babs, I'm so glad you made it. We're doing this. This is I just got a little thing on my screen that says, "Yay! A customer placed an order." So if that was you, Denise, thank you, my love. We are doing Babs. We are doing This is the faux embroidery hoop that is on sale now. This surface, it's 12 inches and then a little more because of the frame, the natural wood frame. But the white part is 12 inches. I did, so you notice how bright white that side is. I did put a light coating of Dune paste, watered down Dune paste on here I wanted this to be a much softer look than just the bright white. I don't know why. That's just what I felt like. You got 2 of these hoops, Denise? Oh, they're awesome. They're awesome, and they're really lightweight, so they're going to be easy to hang. You could easily attach this. If you have a really big wreath on your door, you could easily attach this to the middle of your wreath to be the decorative part of it. So I'm loving this. I'm loving that they're selling it just by itself. It was part of the Bloom kit this past summer, but now it's being sold on its own. Okay, so we're going to do Mistletoe Kisses Are Free. Now, here's where I have to make a decision because I think red. I'm going to use the green here on these 2 little stripes. And the free, I was going to use foils, but now I can't decide. I'm like just super indecisive tonight, you guys. Why is that? Hey, Denise Parker, it's okay. Yeah, I think they're $10. They're $10 a piece. They're half off, you guys, which is a really good deal. Kisses Are Free. I like the idea of this being gold. And I was going to foil it, but I think I'm going to go all red. Oh, I can't decide. I pulled out this. I pulled out a mold because I thought maybe I could put one of these molds here and here just to decorate it up a little bit more. You know, this swirly one. Swirly, such a fancy name. Okay, we got to make a decision. We can't, I can sit here all night and stare at this trying to make a decision, but I can't, right? We're going to go all red. I'm going to add the green to the little stripes. And then I can always come over this with a gold paint marker or gold glitter. I could use the glitter, or we could foil it. We can still foil it even if we've chalked on it. But I've got paste all over my fingies here. Making a big old mess. Somebody asked the other night, and we had an open chalk night, just like a, you know, just a chalk night, gathering night, just a Zoom call where I get together, and I do this about once every 4 to 6 weeks with you guys who are in the VIP Craft Club. I put the Zoom link in the VIP Craft Club. Anybody who has it is welcome to join us. Where is my lid? There it is. We were doing that the other night, and somebody said, how much paste do you use? And I pointed out that when I finish, I don't want any standing paste. I scrape it all off and put it back in the pot so I can save it and use it for something else. It makes it easier to clean your transfer, and you'll have no waste that way. So, oh gosh, is it pretty? Mistletoe Kisses are free. Of course they are. I'm going to hang this in my living room. I tried to kiss Gannon tonight. We were watching a movie, and I tried to give him a little kiss. And he was like, oh. my 15-year-old, he's getting beyond. You don't want mama's kisses no more. Not interested. I was like, oh, so sad. Mama's so sad. All right, I forgot the green lines, you guys. I forgot my green lines next to these. All right, let's dry it, and then we can fix that. Did I put that in water? Just a little bit. I think it's sitting in my... Did it? We got this, girls. It's not a big problem. I'm going to dry both of these at the same time. I could put it back down because I didn't use the green stripes at all. So if I can dry this off, even if it's dirty, as long as nothing's wet, I can put it back down. As long as this is dry and it doesn't get smudged, then we can add those. I want those green stripes in that color. I think that'll be nice. What do you think about the molds? Or, you know, you could use greenery. You could use, you know, some pine. You could use some pine cones to decorate. You could, what other things could you use on the outside? What are your thoughts? A big bow. Oh, Maureen, she's that video that comedian that you posted was so funny. I was giggling so much in the kitchen this morning, trying to get my coffee and watching that. And I thought, I bet some of you girls would appreciate that. Thanks, Joanne. She says, so cute. Thank you. I'm happy with it so far. And here's the thing of it. You know, some of the girls are saying the berries on the mistletoe where they live is white. So when you do yours white if that's what you really want. That's the beauty of this whole thing, is you get to pick, you get to decide how you design it and what you put it on, what colors you use. It's all up to you, girl. You do you. All right, I'm going to wipe to make sure this is dry. I'm going to put it back down after I make sure this is dry, which it is. I'm going to put it back down. I'm not going to push on anything, like any of the words. I'm going to put it back down, push on just the stripes, and I meant to do that green. That's why I was keeping this open. Not the end of the world. We can fix it quick. Fix it right quick. My extra paste into my pot. Put this into the water so it stays easy to clean. And then there we go. There are my lines. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. That was not hard. I'm going to cover these up and decide. I got to decide about the mold. Do we want to try to use a mold? I could create one and just put it on there and see. I'm kind of wondering now that it's here and in place. These might be too small. Woo, they might be too small. Let me grab my mold. My mold. I was gonna call it a mold bowl, but it's not a bowl. It's a container. Hold on, girls. I got it here. I have a bigger swirly. I have some feathers. I got lots of butterflies. I thought I had. Oh, girls, I know I did. Where did it go? Oh, right here. I have a really big one. That one's really big. I thought this one might be too big, but now that I'm here, too big, too small. Girls, what is it with the indecisiveness? Do you ever go through this? Try the mold. You like the red, Joyce? Hi, Joyce. No, Maureen, don't ever. I let these dry, and sometimes they'll sit for up to a week, just like this. I let them dry, and sometimes I let them sit for up to a week, just like this, until I get to it. And then I bring it into my laundry room. I put it in the bottom of the sink with the sticky side up. I spray them to wet them. I let them sit for about 5 minutes with that water on, not the water running. I never put them in sitting water because you will ruin the adhesive on them. So I don't put them in standing water and leave them. I just put them in the sink with the sticky side up. I wet them. I go take some more coffee, throw a little laundry in, whatever. And then in 5 minutes, I come back, and with my board eraser, I gently wipe the front and the back until it's all cleaned off. Then I put them on a rag with the sticky side up, and I let them dry, and then I put them away. Easy breezy. You've got this, Maureen. Oh, Missy's going to a wedding, I think, this weekend. She said, I'm just leaving LA, so I can't stay, but it's nice to see you. Well, thanks for being here, Missy. I'm so glad you popped in. Sorry for the noise, girls. We're going to see about this mold. Let's just see. I'm going to push this all aside. Move over, dudes. Grab some of this. And I don't know. I think this one might be too big. This one might be too small. I need one right in the middle. Bigger or smaller? Which would you do? Put them both right there and you can see. It's this one actually right here that I would use. You can see I've used it before. This one I don't think I've ever used. And I have not used this clay in ages. So let's hope it's in good shape. Thank you. Bobby says, I like the split screen and beautiful job on the stencil. Why, thank you, my friend. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate you. Heidi Scott, get them into water right away. Get what into water, honey? You don't have to soak them, and I never do because it will ruin the adhesive on them. Juniper berries are blue. Oh, I did not know that. I don't know a single thing about a juniper berry. I don't really know anything about any berries. Barbara, we got the green line. She said you forgot the green lines. Yeah, I recognized it. We got it now, though. We got it now. All right, let's see about this. This is going to have to be in parts. I've got way more clay than I need down here, so we're going to push it. I'm going to make the big one, and let's see what it looks like. And if it's too big, we'll go to the smaller one. It's so funny. I've been watching. There have been a lot of creatives using molds lately. And it is so funny to watch because, everybody chooses to use a different product. Everybody chooses like what colors you choose and whether you decide to use it on this board or a different board. There's no right or wrong answer. You just do it the way that works for you and have a good time when you're doing it. That's my goal for you, is just have some fun while you're creating. Make something pretty, that brings your heart joy. Don't be stressed about it. Your berries turn out the wrong color. It's okay, girl. Like no one's sending you to the berry police for having, if you like juniper berries and you want blueberries, then that's what you should put on your project. If you want the white ones, put the white ones on. It's all okay. It's all going to be okay. And I've been watching people use the molds and different kinds of clay. And some people put cornstarch in the bottom of their molds. I have never done that. It's not wrong. I mean, it's not wrong. If you want to do that, go for it. But I've just never done that. So I always find it interesting. I always learn from other people doing their projects. Now for this, I usually just use my finger. I've been watching some people use a knife, and you guys, I like to be able to feel what I got going on here. So I feel the edges and I just remove the excess because we want this to be flat. Now, truthfully, I don't want to spend a ton of time on this because if this is too big, I'm going to crumple it all up anyway and make a small one with it. But I don't want it to have a mound this way. I want it to be as flat as possible. So I usually just use my fingers and grab off the extras. Okay, one of my sons is talking to somebody. He must be on the phone because my other son went to bed and my husband's away for work. So he must be on the phone unless he's invited somebody into our house. Maybe he has a friend visiting. I doubt it at this hour though. So see what I do? I just scrape it off because I don't want all that excess. And then I use my finger to smooth this out and redistribute the clay if you need to. No right or wrong. Like, listen, you do you, girl. You love the red, Joyce? I do too. And it's actually that color pomegranate. So it's not like my candy apple red is really red, like lipstick red. And I'm not a huge fan. I like more of a cranberry red or like a wine, like a Bordeaux color. I like more of those brownish reds. So I don't tend to use my candy apple very often, actually. It's a very pretty color. But for Christmas, I kind of like the vintagey vibe of the more cranberry colors. Okay, so see what I do? I just smooth this out. I got all my extra here. Now, if you really do want to use a tool, you can come in and get a more flat, like more, it looks more like a manufactured surface rather than having the finger marks on it to smooth it out. I never mind the finger marks, to be truthful with you. But what I do before I finish is I do check my edges because I want my edges to be sharp. Like I want to see that design coming through. I don't want to obscure it with the clay. So I will pull on all these edges and make sure I have a nice clean edge here. So use the knife, don't use the knife, whatever makes you happy. Has anybody here used molds before? Is this new to you? Have you tried them before? Who loves them? Who's never used them? Let's chat about that for a minute. Yes, right? Lori says, do what works best for each of you. Exactly. White berries wouldn't show up well. Yeah, exactly. Well, they certainly wouldn't on here. I mean, you'd need like a black or a dark blue or something background. There's two ways to do this. You can flip it over and take the mold up. I usually don't have a whole lot of luck with that because I can't see what I'm doing. So I usually do it like this. I kind of peel it back and then gently pull on the mold. Just a little bit at a time. This is not something you can rush. I kind of push and pull on the mold until it does what it's supposed to do. And this one's big, so it's kind of heavy. This part right here doesn't want to come out, so I'm going to put the big part back and kind of persuade. Oh, it's not part of the mold. That's why. It was like a little piece of excess. Tricking me, tricking my eyes. There we go. See what I'm doing? I'm just like pulling while I'm bending the mold away from the clay. This is a heavy, I've never used this one before. It's big and it's heavy. Uh-oh, what's going on right here? Something's happening. And if it ever comes apart, you guys, I just piece it back together. Listen, We're not entering this into a museum for an award or something. So I like my things to be super distressed. That shouldn't be news to anybody. So if this section comes apart from each other, which is what it wants to do right now, right here, look, I just piece it back together. What's the big deal? Let's turn this around. It's very pretty. And you can piece it back together. You look at your mold and say, okay, this is those two little spots right there. And this is supposed to go in there. Okay. Oh, the other way. Hold on, Gracie. It's backwards. That's why. Okay. Actually, that one piece without this bottom piece might be the right size. That could be cool like that. It's so funny. You can design this stuff however you want. What do you think about the mold, you guys? Would you keep it or wouldn't you use it? I wonder. I'm not sure that I like it, to be truthful with you. I wanted to try it and see what do I think of this, but I'm not sure I like it on there. I would love to know what you think. Yeah, I don't, Catherine. A lot of people use, it's cornstarch that people use. And I just don't. I've never used cornstarch and I've never had a problem with it. They just come right out. The key is to make sure you really have the consistency of your clay is what really matters. If it's really, really wet, it's going to stick in your mold. But I never really have trouble with it, thankfully. You think a bow and still in the mold. Janice, I'm not feeling the mold either. I'm not feeling it. Now, here's the thing about this too. I usually glue these on while they're wet and then I paint them while they're wet. Some people don't do that. Some people like to make it completely dry before they stick it on there. I like to do it while it's wet. And both of them work. Both ways work just fine. I could just let this dry and keep it as like a little embellishment for later. I have no plan to use it though, so I wouldn't do that. I'd stick this back in my pot of clay here, and I do vacuum seal mine. I'm not liking it, Janice. I'm with you on this one. Without Lori, right? I was using DOS clay, so let me get this back in here. So I'm going to just squish this back into the main. I want it to have this one big chunk here. Okay, this is what I do. You guys, you do you, but this is what I do. One main chunk here. I usually spritz this with a tiny bit of water before I put it away, because I've been handling it with my hands and my hands have been pulling away moisture out of the clay. So, and then I close it back up as best as I can. And then I put it in my vacuum sealer. This is my vacuum sealer. So I'll put it back in this bag and vacuum seal it closed. And it always stays really good for me. I have not used this and I don't even know how many months. I really should put a date on it. But I'll stick that back in there and I'll vacuum seal this back up again. So I always make the bag big enough so that I can keep, pulling off a piece of it and keep vacuum sealing it. Well, I feel a little bad that maybe I wasted your time watching that all go down, but I don't think I like it. I just wasn't liking it. I think maybe some greenery or a bow or something on here would be more suited. I feel like the weight of the clay was too heavy for this little project. I'm going to look here for different kinds of bows or material for bows that might be good. So I have some burlap that is a little different, some wired burlap, one with pearls. I also have a couple of different things here. No, that's too big. One more place I'm going to check. I'm grabbing a bin. I wasn't going to use any greenery whatsoever because it already has the mistletoe, like the picture of the mistletoe. But what if I took something like this, but this is a different berry, you guys. We could pull the berries off of it. but see, like some kind of frosted greenery. And if we just took a couple of sprigs of this, right, where we didn't take the whole thing. This is where I need my little clippers. Because I don't want it to be too heavy. That's the thing of it. This one has blueberries on it. I don't want the blueberries. I just want a piece of the frosted pine. Like that. Yes, that's better, right? What do we think? I think that's going to be way better. Okay. And I have this really cool wired mesh burlap. Isn't that cool? And I also have this one, which is very beautiful. So maybe if I can use a combination of these two, much better. Yes, much better. Oh, I'm glad you guys agree. Better without the heavy look of the molds. Yeah, Babs, they were just too heavy. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. She says, love it so much. It's so fun to play with these things, isn't it? Whenever you see these things on sale, or even if they're not on sale, Walmart always has a really good price on their little sprigs that they sell. But I have noticed they went way up in price this year. They did go way up in price. I'm actually quite shocked, at least anyway, here in my town. I was like, what? Why are they so expensive? I'm going to grab one more thing here. I've got some wired, like some brown wire that might be appropriate to use for this too. I don't want, whatever we put up top here, I don't want it to be too heavy. But I've got some brown wires and some wired jute. So I like this because you can shape it. If you want to curl it and shape it, you can. So I think maybe that would be appropriate. So let's make a little bow here with some of these. This is, thankfully the wire isn't so thick that it's tough to cut. I love this stuff because it's so easy to scrunch it down. It looks like a bow tie. Just when it's on its own, it just looks like a little bow tie. It's really quite cute. It's cute. I love it so much. This one's a little short. I'm going to make it a little longer. I'm going to make a little longer piece. I feel like I cut that one just a little too little. It won't go to waste. Don't worry, girls. We won't waste it. All right. Let's put some stuff aside so we have a little more room here. A little more room to work. So I've got these, and then let's put maybe a bit of this in front. Almost cut my finger there. That would have been horrific. If you ever have a cut, like a bad cut on your hand and you're trying to create, it's like the worst, right? It's like so annoying. I'm glad you guys all think so. Everybody's like much better. So we're gonna connect these two. We will definitely connect these two. Let's cut this off though, because that's annoying. Oh yeah, you're not. Wowzer, you might have even dulled my my cutters there. My wire cutters are just across the room, but I got these heavy duties. Just get that little excess piece off there. Take off this mess. If we can connect these two like this, and these do bend, so we can make them rounded, so they don't have to be up high. Like coming off the edges, they can actually kind of fit the shape. I want this to be really light. I don't want it to be too heavy. Okay, now get these little paper bits off here. If I did this like a cross, and then added these in a cross, it's kind of like a little messy bow. This will be cute because I can cinch this up here. Yep. My phone is dinging for some reason. I'm getting little messages. I can use this wired jute is fantastic for putting these together. It's kind of like using a zip tie. Okay. This is really wide, so it's a little bit challenging to work with, but we can do it. I want this pretty pearl frayed ribbon up front. I don't want it to get hidden. So I'm going to squeeze these two together. And rather than having to tie, I can take this and just use it like a almost like a bread tie, because it's metal on the inside, it's wire. So I can use it like that. I want it to be even though. Let me redo this, because I'm going to use these two little things up front and I'm going to curl them so that they look really cute. And it's not even. I'm having trouble tonight. Come on, Gracie. I know you can do it. I know you got it in you, friend. All right, here we go. When my dad used to work in the kitchen, when he used to cook, he used to love to cook. When he would cook in the kitchen, I could hear him. He would talk to himself. He would talk to himself. If he was making, like, if my parents were making a big holiday dinner or something like that, holiday meal, and they were in the kitchen for days prepping things for our really big family, I would hear him talking to himself. And his voice and his memory, like the memory of that, comes back to me, and it can make you sad, but it also brings me a lot of joy. He had an amazing sense of humor, my dad. Okay, I'm loving these two things, and I'm going to make them curly cues. This little bow, it's a little bit longer on this side, this piece right here, just a little bit too long. I'm going to snip off just a little. Go away, you. I feel like I made it just a little bit too long there. I love being able to pull these things out and kind of showing them off from the back. That's why I love working with the wired stuff. Now, if we attach these back here, I'm loving this. I am going to do one more thing. I'm going to grab another length of this. Oh, it's already there. I'm going to use this to tie this on here, and I'm going to get 2 more tendrils to the front. So I can use this to tie this on. I'm going to try to get right in the middle here. I'm going to twist this. I always think I'm very inefficient when I do this. It's just because I don't use greenery a lot. So I never feel really good at it. Like I feel like I have like butterfingers or whatever they call it. And I watch some of the people who are florists or work with florals a lot, and I'm always like in awe at how good and efficient they are at it. So just bear with me while I'm not efficient at it. I think this would be really pretty to put something like a Totally Dazzled in the middle there. I'm going to grab a paintbrush and I'm going to use the paintbrush to make these little things like wrap around to make pretty little decorative swirlies on here. So what I do is I just put the paintbrush at the base, and you could use a pencil. It would just make it a little wider. And I'm going to wrap that around so I have these little curly cues that'll stay in place. Little piece of wire there sticking out. Where are my other 2? Here's one and here's the other one. So I'm going to have 4 of these. I know they looked a mess a minute ago, but this wired jute is so handy for working with florals, and it's just cute, right? I'll show you up close here in a second. Oh, I might have red berries somewhere, Lori. I might. I'll have to go look. Look at the cute little curly cues this wired ribbon makes, or this wired jute. Isn't it cute? I don't know. They just make them more like festive or something. I don't know. We're going to put this here. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Now, you know what I was thinking originally when I was originally putting this together, and I wanted the really soft colors. I really was thinking I was going to use some chiffon on here. I was thinking I'd use some chiffon to hang this so that it was just really soft and feminine. The berries would be great. I'd have to find some because I don't know if I have any. And I'd have to bust out my hot glue gun and put a little hot glue on here to stick this on there. But what do you think? I think it's so pretty. I'm going to grab some pink chiffon. Let me just grab it quick. I also have like burlap lace, but I was thinking the pink chiffon would be really pretty on there. If I can find it. Uh-oh, girls. I hid it far away, I think. Oh, lace would be very pretty, though. Or like a really thick satin ribbon. Wow, girls. Who took it? Here it is. Phew, I was going to say, who took my chiffon? It's like one of these. And I was originally thinking like this really soft pink. But now that I see it all together, maybe this would be the right color, or the off-white. And really this, it just adds such a soft, feminine touch to your things. Oh, these scissors stink. And actually, maybe I'll just make a sweet little bow. Instead of putting bling in the middle, maybe we just make a really sweet little chiffon bow. And we put that. Oh, I love this. I love it so much. You guys, so the board itself, it comes with a sawtooth hanger that you can attach to the back of the frame. But the way I've used it in the past is I just use this. Let me put this in the back of it so you can see it again. That little hardware that's on the top there, I just use my jute rope and put a little tiny piece of jute rope there, which would match perfectly for this. I think the chiffon in the middle, I could have done a totally dazzled. I'm going to show you a totally dazzled, and you can tell me which one you think you like better. I happen to like supernatural. I'm not a real blingy person, girls. You probably know this about me already. You've hung out with me for a hot minute. You know that. It's not that I don't like the bling, because I do like it. I just don't tend to rush toward it. Like, to me, it's pretty. I'm not gonna lie. It's very pretty, but that's my preference. I'm kind of a simple girl. This is my preference. The bow, the little soft chiffon bow. These are gorgeous. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. They're absolutely beautiful. You could do both, actually. You could do both if you wanted a bit of bling. Chiffon goes with anything that you want to make feminine. I love this chiffon ribbon, and it comes in a gazillion colors. You could add the bling right in the middle there too. I don't have my hot glue gun out, so I'm not going to stick anything tonight, but that could make it extra special. But I'm more of a naturalist. I'm like, I kind of like it without it. I got my little pearls in there in the background, and that makes me happy. If I found a couple of, we want to make sure that this is up high enough so I don't lose my mistletoe, you know. And I'm not going to hot glue it tonight because my hot glue gun is even in the cabinet. I don't even have it out. You like the bow? I do too. Jeannie likes the bling, and the bling is gorgeous. I don't disagree with you with the bling at all. At all. In fact, the trees that we're making inside the Craft Therapy Club, this is one of the paper trees that I'm showing them how to make using this same ribbon with the pearls. And look what's on top. It is a totally dazzled. So pretty. Pearls and diamonds. So pretty. And it actually really coordinated home decor. If you use the same ribbons or the same bows or the same bling in the pieces that you're making, and then you're setting up in your living room, dining room, wherever you're setting them up, you just have such coordinated decor, which is, it's really fun too. It feels so accomplished, like it's so coordinating and accomplished. Hey, Cheryl. Hello, hello. Oh, Lori, thanks for saying so. I'm going to glue this all this stuff together tomorrow, and I'll get a photo to show everybody in the next couple of days of this. The surface itself, the faux embroidery hoop, is on sale this week. It's 50% off. So the link that I gave you, I'm going to put it again here in the comments quick. The link that I gave you, that little link, is the reverse shopping link. And what I mean by that is I've done all the shopping. I put all this stuff in the cart so that you don't have to go looking for it. And then all you have to do is take anything out of the cart that you don't want or add anything in that you do want and check out real quick. So if you're thinking about grabbing these embroidery hoops, gosh, you guys, these would be great to have for each season, like one for around Easter time, one for Christmas time. Then you might want to have one decorated just for winter. Like I think mistletoe can stay up after Christmas even. That's just my opinion. But maybe you would want to have one that's done for winter, then one for Easter, one for summer. So you might want to have a couple of these boards. They are double-sided, so that is a good thing. You can double-side them. Thank you, Tamara. She said beautiful. You like the little ribbon Christmas tree? Isn't that cute? Isn't it sweet? I love really simple things, you guys, though. I'm pretty kind of like a pretty simple girl. I do too. Kim says I like both the bow and the bling. I do too. I do like them both. I can't lie about that. I do like them both. Oh, good. Cheryl says she likes the setup. You like the view? Awesome. That's good to hear. Thanks for letting me know that. All right, girls. Well, this project was a big success. Really glad to showcase this surface because it's 50% off right now with the Black Friday specials. It's not the only thing on sale. Some things 50 to 60% off. When you go to my site, go to the specials tab, go to the shop and then the specials tab to see all the stuff that's on special this week. And there's a new special every week. I post those in the VIP Craft Club for you guys so that you know what they are. You guys have a beautiful, blessed night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.